What is your goals going into today?
Today's a big organizational day. There's a lot of unfinished business that we're trying to get to. It took us a little while today to get out to the field. I know the guys were anxious, but we had an early morning mass that Father Jacob celebrated for us. After that, we took care of some that unfinished business, and then the offense met in the classroom today. And then after that, we finally were able to get everybody together and get them out on the field.
And you gotta love the enthusiasm. I pulled up, I think, right as you guys were leaving the building, and everybody seems pretty awake for this early in the morning. How was the enthusiasm?
It was pleasantly surprising because they were ready to go. Normally they'd come moping on in, but they were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and they were ready to go. They were anxious to get out here.
Describe your off-season work and what did you guys put in that you think will make a difference in these few practices before the season starts?
Well, our season last year was disappointing. It was not up to the standards of Bishop Dwenger football, and so it was Coach Schwarzkopf that got our guys in the weight room early, in October in fact. So we've been working in the weight room and on the track since October of last year, and it's just culminated into the summer conditioning as well as the camps, the 7-on-7 competitions that we've had to get to this point.
Do you think the emergence of 7-on-7s helped you guys get ready for actual practices and get some of the skill positional players there working?
In some aspects it does, because there's only certain things that you can work on, and it's just not the same for a quarterback to throw the ball without 5 or 6 guys coming after him to try to tackle him. But we're able to work on our passing game and work on our routes and some of the other things. There were times where we had some opportunities to do some 11-11 competition, but that's when you really can tell, you know, where we're at and where we need to be.
Specifically for you guys going in with a new quarterback, how do you see Blake kind of taking his own and coming into his own this offseason?
I think that he got his feet wet last year, and that was good. It was kind of a rough going for him, but having gone through that, I think he's ready to take the reins and take the leadership, take command of this team. He showed a lot of promise during the summer, during the off-season time. He's got a great work ethic, great attitude, and so we're looking for some great things from him.
And as far as his receiving core, do you think that they're ready to handle a new quarterback under center?
We're excited about the receiving core. We've got a couple of people, Will Salzer, John Fetterspiel, Nick Fiacable, and these guys, some of them have been around, some of them have seen some playing time, not a whole lot for some of them, but as we have seen during the 7-on-7 competitions, some of them are really stepping up, and we're seeing some great things from them.
Where will fans see the biggest difference this year from last year to this year?
Probably the biggest difference is the experience that we're going to have. We've got 31 seniors returning, and there's in that mix probably 11 or 12 starters that have been starters at one time or another on both sides of the ball. So that's really going to be an advantage for us this year. We're looking to take it to the next step this year, of course, because of that disappointing year. But I think that with that experience and with the linemen I see coming through the ranks, we're looking to do some pretty good things this year.
That's what I heard you say during media day, that it's really your linemen that you think, or your offensive line in particular, that's going to stand out for you guys. Describe who you see being the big playmaker up front.
We've got some big bodies this year in Landon Campbell and Jeremy Herber, and we see that they're not only big people, but they got great work ethic, and on top of that, they got ability as well. And there's a they exemplify what this team is about, where they would do anything for you. And the work ethic is an example of that. Like I said, since October, they've done everything that's been asked of them, and they're ready to go.
If you had to put their character into one word, what would that word be?
They take pride in what they do. They're very conscientious, and they try to please. And that's a great attitude to have, especially as a player and for a coach to have.
Especially for a first-year head coach, how have you seen the kids react to the news about Coach Schwarzkopf taking off this season to battle some things back home, and then for you to step in? How have you seen the kids react to the change? It's
been really positive. They've been great in welcoming me, in making the transition with me. It hasn't been all that difficult because I've been working with them as well since October in the weight room, so that's helped a lot. We developed our relationships then, so it was a smoother transition than what it would have normally been if I was just coming in from the outside. So the players, as well as the coaches, like I said, have been stepping up and doing their part to help out in this time of need.
Now, it's not like he left to go take a new job or he's retiring at all, but how would you say maybe your coaching style would differ from what Coach Schwarzkopf did, and how that you think will make a difference this year?
I don't think that's really going to be an issue as far as styles, because I'm not here to interject my style. I'm here to do Coach Schwarzkopf's style. I see myself as a caretaker for a program that not only does he have established, but he has in place for this season. So I'm kind of one of those people that just kind of lead and keep the ship on course for the things that he's already got going on.
Did he give you one piece of advice or kind of one thing that he really wants you to drive home this year?
Not really. He's shown that he has a lot of trust and faith in me, and I rely on him a lot for advice. I'm always open to have him take as much of a lead as possible when he is here, when he's able to come here, so that we have as much continuity as possible.
Looking ahead, you guys have Lures Week 1, but even just in the conference, who do you see as your biggest threat this year?
Well, it's almost like that you're not going to have a week off with the conference the way it is now, with Homestead and Carroll being in there. So those are going to be formidable opponents, as well as the Snyder program, which are always good every year, year in and year out. So, you know, starting with those guys, you know, we're going to have to be on our toes, bringing our A game every week.
Who do you see being the biggest playmaker for you, the biggest difference maker, or even somebody that fans wouldn't expect when they go to see you guys on Friday night step up and be that person?
I really am hoping that it's not going to be a single person. I'm really looking to have that offensive line core be the people that really lead the way, because I think we go as the offensive line goes.